We're rolling. We're rolling.
Yeah, rolling.
Rolling. Welcome to week 5. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Week 5 recap. Week 6
Predictions.
Prognostications, if you will. As we, again, decide to give you all of our football knowledge, cram it together into a big meatball of yum, and force you to eat it. I guess it's kind of vivid, actually. All right, well, let's start with last week's recap. I gotta admit, I didn't do so hot.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. Pretty bad. Hopefully you guys all did better. I did not.
Yeah, it was a rough week, honestly.
Rough week all the way around.
Rough week all the way around. But, except this team right here.
Why? Got some dirt or something on your shirt there.
It's perfectly fine.
No. All right, well, let's start out. Last Thursday night, it was the Buccaneers going to the Atlanta Falcons. Probably the best Thursday night game ever. I think you could put that in there.
That's Amazon finally got their money's worth.
Yeah, right?
Fine.
And that the overtime catch and run by Hodge, and he wins the game. And, of course...
But who did we choose for this game?
Well, I chose the Buccaneers.
Well,
I was keyhauled.
To be fair, we were close. They went into overtime.
They go into overtime. Yeah, they were close. But thus began the week of not goodness, as basically every decision I made from that point on just kind of spiraled out of control. And it did not get much better as the NFL traveled to London again.
By the way, longest day of football in history. Went from... when did they start playing? Like at 5 in the morning?
It was 6 or something, our time in the morning.
And it ended at 1 Eastern time.
Yeah, so that would be like 9 Eastern time.
Yeah.
So what was that, 4 games? And, because of the storm that was at the Sunday night game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that game a little bit later. But let's move on with the Jets at the Minnesota Vikings. Aaron. Robert Saleh got fired yesterday. So he's looking for a job.
Who wants him?
He was a good defensive coordinator. We'll take him back. Take him back in a heartbeat. So that did not go well for me. Aaron Rodgers.
Well,
Aaron
Sam
Rodgers.
Darnold didn't really show up in that game either.
Well, I mean, I understand the Vikings defense is very strong. But Aaron Rodgers, man, is this the beginning of the end? Could it be?
The beginning at the end when he left the Packers. That was the beginning at the end.
Technically, you could say that, yes. It's true, because he was NFL MVP that year, and they lost in the playoffs. And then it's not been good.
Mm-hmm. Poor Aaron.
Poor Aaron.
Yes.
Okay.
He broke his ACL.
He broke his ACL? He tore his Achilles.
Achilles. Same thing.
No, it's not.
Achilles. Same thing.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, it was the Carolina Panthers at the Chicago Bears. I won that one.
I did too.
DJ Moore. Who had him for fantasy?
The guy you're going against.
The guy I was going against had him. My brother. Which, by the way, probably the closest fantasy football game in history. I won by 0.2 of a point. That's crazy.
And he got the Are You Kidding Me reward.
Which means nothing, but...
Which was the first time they lost in this league.
Should kick down some cash contingency for these awards. Just saying. Throw a little.
Moolah.
Okay. Here we go. Baltimore at the Cincinnati Bengals. You won that one.
I'll try it again.
You were home. Dude, and Jamar Chase went off.
Yeah, he did. And
Joe
so
Burrow was
Burrow.
playing lights up. What? Why? I don't know.
Lamar, your guy
Okay,
in fantasy. Lamar, that's why.
Just remember, we will always tie this back to fantasy somehow. It's just how it works. But anyhow, I really thought Cincinnati was going to win that one. Mm-hmm. Buffalo at Houston. Did not see that coming. I really thought Buffalo had the experience, thought that they had the talent, thought that they had the...
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
That didn't really show up.
No, but C.J. Stroud did.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Good for you, Jacksonville. If you're a Jacksonville fan,
Trevor
good for you.
showed up. It's Trevor.
On his birthday.
On his birthday. Go, Trevor. And he won at home. Jacksonville on the board with a win. That does it, right? There's no more defeated teams?
No.
There's no
Everyone
more...
at least has one win.
Everyone has at least one win. At least one win. All right, next game was the... that was an ugly one. Mm-hmm. Miami at New England.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that New England was going to win.
Well,
but
obviously, because we chose them.
Yeah. But the Dolphins, I don't know, they won. They did it without Tua.
They did it. They found
proved
something. They found something. Or is New England that bad?
No.
No?
Because, I don't know. You can say what you want, but Drake May is starting, and hopefully they can get this team back running.
We'll see.
They haven't won since week 1 against the Bengals, though, so I don't know.
Okay, it's true. All right, well, moving onward and upward. Cleveland at Washington Commanders.
Bam.
What was that final score?
34-6.
The Commanders.
Oh, yeah.
We're 4-1. 4-1. Commanders, Jaden Daniels. Could be real. Could it be real?
Could be real.
Is it a pipe dream?
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
All right. Continuing on. Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. I chose the Raiders because...
Yeah.
Chose the Raiders. That's right. You chose the tie.
I chose the tie.
Far from a tie, my friend.
It wasn't that far, to be honest.
34-18?
That's not too far compared to some other ones.
Dude, your scale of measurement is... It's not close to being a tie. Ever. Except at the beginning of the game.
At halftime.
It wasn't tied at halftime.
No, it wasn't tight at halftime, but they were close.
Close is not a tie. All right. Anyhow, sorry, Raiders fans. You guys got problems. You guys got problems. I don't think it's head coaching. I think it's quarterbacking. Now the defense looks like poo. Offense. Got problems. Not unlike the team I picked and cheer for out of the California region. Cardinals at 49ers. And I chose... I have no words. Fourth quarter, 10-point lead. Of course we're going to lose. Moving on.
Sasha, our doggy, just farted. She's looking at her butt, all confused.
Okay, they don't need to know that. You guys don't want to know that. The dog. Life with pets. Okay. How do you come back from that? Okay, let's move on. Green Bay at the Los Angeles Rams.
Yay.
And we won. I was right about that one. Finally, I was right. Then we had the New York Giants at the Seattle Seahawks.
One favor, Seattle. One favor.
The doggy. Could you remove the dog from the premises, please? Well, this is a fun one. Okay, so Seattle, rough times, two losses in a row. They didn't really. They were there for the first half, second half. I don't know what happened, but definitely some questions in Seattle. All right, moving on. Thank you. Okay, That crazy Sunday night game that started with a storm and ended with a Dallas win. Unfortunately. But, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it was a pretty entertaining game.
Not for me. Wasn't it fun to watch the Cowboys go down to show?
Yeah, do you think I like watching
defense?
The Cowboys win? No. Last game of the week, gotta say I didn't watch a single highlight because I knew how I was going to end up, and I just didn't really care about this game. It was the Saints at the Chiefs. All right. Halftime. So those of you keeping track at home, which I know all of you are, and are wondering what the scores are. So I just finished 5-9, which is my worst week thus far.
Mm-hmm. I also finished 5-9, so we have to break this tie somehow.
Well, we break the tie by the entire record
Okay.
of the whole year, which I am at 49-25. This is Tim Richmond, race car driver.
Mm-hmm.
This is my avatar for fantasy football, and that's Spuds, who's at 34-44. Let's do the less than greater than. Is 49 bigger than 34? Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is. I am winning. I am winning by 15 games. Hold that up. At my proud moment. I am 15 games ahead of you.
Yeah.
So that breaks the tiebreaker.
So you are 4 now?
Well, this is week 5.
So 5 now?
Maybe 4-1? 5-1? 5-0? No. Did you win last week?
No.
Maybe they were paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who won last week. Well, either way. We are moving on to next week. This is just for fun. Obviously, except when Spuds gets punished. Think of those punishments. There's been some good ones. Eating a salad.
No.
Yeah. Wearing an Eagles jersey.
We don't have an Eagles jersey.
It's true. We have to buy one. I'm not spending money on that.
But there was also another comment saying a Niners jersey.
Ooh, we have that.
Yep, so... Honestly, I can't remember the last time I wore a Niners jersey.
You're
I
probably
think
like
I was
5.
yeah, it's 5, I think. The last time I wore a Niners jersey.
Back when I had some sort of control over
No,
him.
that's before Kinsey had her Jimmy Garoppolo one. I don't think I've ever... No, I've definitely worn one sometime.
Yeah, alright. Well, we're boring them, so we better
It's been
move
a while.
Alright, so moving on, week 6.
Predictions!
Prognostications. Mark them down. This will be good. You want to take this to the bank. I just want to throw everything away here that you see. Okay, so Niners are playing Thursday night at Seattle. And I'm probably thinking more with my heart than reality. I'm choosing San Francisco because this is essentially a playoff game for the Niners already. They have put themselves in a position at this time of year already, having no conference wins, having no division wins. They have to win this game. If they do not win this game, we could probably kiss the season goodbye. It'd be in such a hole, and we need so many other teams to have problems that it would be very slim to none on the chances of getting into the playoffs. So, I realize, you win the division you're in. I get that, but if we can't even win a game within our conference and we can't win a game within the division, I don't see us winning the division. And I don't even know there's a team that's capable of playing well in the playoffs. I understand that they're just disjunct. I don't know how else to say it. They just got problems.
Yeah, but I agree. This football team is too good to have this record. They need to get a win. I feel like they're too good to have this record.
Well, you shouldn't blow 10-point leads in the fourth quarter. That's 2 wins we should have had. It's the Vikings game we were never in. The Niners should be 4-1. But they lose. They choke on the road to the LA Rams, and they just choked at home to the Cardinals. And now they're 2-3. I realize they're banged up, but most teams are banged up. Not everybody has. I mean, the Rams are banged up.
Yeah.
Now I don't know, but I'm just thinking that they'll show up, because if they don't, it's probably over. What say you?
Well, let's keep in mind this is a very good Seahawks team. So if they do lose, I don't think it's over. This is a very good team. Obviously, as we've seen, they came close to the Lions, and like we said, 3-0 at the beginning of the season. I don't think it's completely over if they lose, but
Okay. All right, moving on to the Jacksonville at the Chicago Bears. I went with the Chicago Bears. The Bears.
we'll see if that's right or not.
It's Jacksonville. I mean, yeah, they won last week on a fluke, but I just don't believe in them. Your Commanders at Baltimore, and I had to struggle with this one a little bit, but the Battle of the East Bay, Eastern United States.
I have reasoning for this.
Okay, let's hear your reasoning.
Did the Commanders beat the Bengals on week 2?
Yes.
Yes, they did. Did the Ravens beat the Bengals? Yes, they did. But barely. They had to go into overtime. And honestly, they should have lost. Their field, Evan McPherson missed it. The Bengals should have won. The Commanders won fair and square. The Ravens got so lucky. Commanders can do it.
Okay.
That's my
We'll
reason.
see. We will see. I just think they got a little emoji working on the Baltimore side. But all right, moving on. Arizona at Green Bay. Again, this may be some sort of personal heart thing, but because I need the Cardinals to lose, obviously. But I honestly, the Green Bay is a better team, and they're at home. They never should have been allowed to be in that game last week, but the Niners, for whatever reason, can't close out games. It's a Shanahan thing. I don't understand, but they allowed them to get back in the game, and that's why they lost. So I'm saying Green Bay. All right, the Houston Texans at New England. Kind of a no-brainer, right?
Yeah. It
What,
should
Drake
be a
May?
no-brainer.
Drake May, right?
Yep.
Right? Okay, well,
Should be.
I think that defense will put some twists on him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now this was a tough one for a little bit, but then I'm like, I'm happy with my pick. Tampa Bay at the New Orleans Saints. I'm happy with my pick.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't believe in the Saints. Never really did. I know they had a big hoopla thing going on, but they haven't won since.
Yeah.
So, and I think Baker is rolling. I think the Buccaneers are rolling. They had that hiccup against Detroit. And then that crazy, overtime game. So those are their 2 losses, but I really feel like they have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cleveland at Philadelphia. I think that was pretty much a given.
Yeah, the Browns need to get their team in shape. They need to get rid of Deshaun Watson. If he's gonna just quit, then he needs to
Quit.
leave. He needs to actually quit.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad in Cleveland. I feel bad for Cleveland Browns fans. I mean, they've been all that they've gone through over the decades.
Oh, man.
But Deshaun Watson, man, that was bad. That was bad up at the top, doing that whole deal. Now they've lost trade capital. They've spent all this money on Deshaun, and he's a flop. Mm-hmm. Flop. So, anyhow, the Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans, division rivals. Ooh, we also went with the Colts. We're not believing in Will Levis, huh?
Who can? I don't see
Who
it.
can? Tennessee fans.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. He just can't put it. He puts it in too dangerous spots sometimes. He needs to stop making turnovers.
Stop. Just stop. Okay. All right, Chargers at Denver Broncos. Broncos have been rolling for 3 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And I made my choice. The reason I did is because the Chargers are coming off a bye. think that's good for a couple things. They kind of had a reset after barely losing to Chiefs. I think their defense is decent enough. I think Harbaugh, as a coach, will figure out how to score minimally. It's going to be a low-scoring game because that Broncos defense is really good. And, I know they put up some points, and I know that they're at home, but I just believe that a rested Chargers team with a full 2 weeks of film, I think the Chargers have a step up. All right. Moving on to the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Ooh. Sorry, I have no faith in the Raiders anymore. I'm sorry. I wanted to believe in Max Crosby, the defense, Antonio Pierce, Gardner Minshew, pulling things and making magic happen, and they've lost, 2 in a row now, but just lost horribly against the Broncos. And I don't like the Broncos. No offense to those that do, because I know people that do. Never really been a Broncos fan. And probably because of my brother's deep roots in Raiderdom has been brainwashing me since my youth to hate the Broncos. Maybe that's it. And the Chiefs. But I have my own reasons of why I hate the Chiefs. Oh, deep, dark reasons. Okay. But, yeah, I just feel like that they're going to bounce back. Pittsburgh's a good team. I feel like the Raiders are starting to tailspin a little bit. Mm-hmm. Atlanta at Carolina. I don't think I've picked Carolina once this year. I haven't picked the Giants once this year either. Maybe that'll change. Maybe it won't. All right. Detroit at Dallas. I wanted to pick Detroit. I really did. But I just feel like, and I realized they had a bye last week, so they should be well rested. But I think that come from behind, not really come from behind, but that exciting win, I think sometimes that juice, that adrenaline just kind of can run through for another week. So I don't want to pick Dallas, but they're at home. I remember that game last year. Remember that game last year? Mm-hmm. I just think that Dallas is probably going to bounce back with a win. All right. Next is the Cincinnati Bengals at the New York Giants. And guess what? I chose, not the Giants, the Bengals. Because, like I said, I've never picked the Giants this year either.
Yeah.
It's one of those teams. And they played really well at Seattle.
Yep.
Did an amazing job, but just really didn't. I think Bengals have got to roll. This is where they have to start getting things together. All right, final game, Monday night game. The Buffalo Bills at the recently departed head coaching New York Jets. I think that sentence made sense. Mm-hmm. I chose the Bills. Josh Allen's got to bounce back, right?
Right.
All right. Okay, Spuds, take us out.
Well, thank you all for watching, and hope you all have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Have a good week, guys.